Morning. I don't know if you can hear me. Kari posted that you couldn't
Morning.
hear the video. I don't know. So, that may be because I was trying to monitor the Facebook feed and I can't apparently monitor the Facebook feed and do the live video. So, we have some choices here. I guess that's why I'm doing this experiment to see what works and what doesn't work. So let's take a moment to center in prayer as we just close our eyes and allow ourselves to be fully present to this Sunday morning, this opportunity to share in spirit, that one spirit that connects us all, to be a part of this great adventure and experiment we call life. We are grateful for the opportunities, for the gifts and the blessings, and for the creative power within us. Say thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. So I obviously don't know how this is all going to work. And I'm doing this. There are a lot more buttons to push. So we'll see how it goes. We'll start with our affirmations that we have been starting with. Our unity affirmation is there is only one power, one presence, one activity in my life and in the universe. God, the good omnipotence. And unity of Lehigh Valley's vision for the world. We co-create an awakened world of peace, harmony, and abundance. Every day in every way. That's our vision. And our purpose, what is ours to do in bringing that vision forth into the world. United in love, we provide a positive environment for all people to discover and express their spiritual nature. And so we continue to do that. We continue to do that online. We continue to do that in the best way we know how. So our daily word is release. So as we judge how this is going, as we judge what we think about the world, I release all that does not contribute to my highest good. Judging and complaining is probably not for our highest good. I release all that does not contribute to my highest good. John's gospel tells of Jesus restoring life to his friend Lazarus, who had been dead 4 days. As Jesus cries, "Lazarus, come out," his friend emerges from the tomb, burial cloths still covering his face and wrapped around his hands and feet. Jesus says to those who have gathered, "Unbind him and let him go." Even after a spiritual resurrection, I may remain bound, like Lazarus, by thoughts, ideas, feelings, or habits that keep me from the full experience of freedom. Through my divine power of elimination, I release negative feelings, dissolve error thoughts, and free myself from habits and actions that do not serve my highest good. I am no longer bound. I am free. The dead man came out, his hands and feet bound with strips of cloth and his face wrapped in a cloth. Jesus said to them, "Unbind him and let him go." And that is from John chapter 11, verse 44. So how do we go forward? How do we let go those things that continue to bind us even after we have been resurrected, even after we have had our aha moment in that spiritual truth? Well, we have an opportunity in our world today to find some more things that have kept us from tending to our earth and have kept us from fully appreciating this planet that we live on. So today I want to explore a little bit this oneness. It is sitting in the midst of the separation of a pandemic and knowing the oneness of the entire planet in the midst of a pandemic. It is feeling the isolation and knowing the divine connection that is beneath every perception of isolation that we have ever experienced. We are a part of one love, eternally holding us and weaving this mysterious tapestry of life. As our planet rests and breathes in the stillness created by our quarantine, it is time for us to focus our attention on healing the wounds in us and in our earth. The wounds are not separate. We are one. We are one with each other, with our ancestors. We are one with our great-great-grandchildren. We are one with this ecosystem we call Earth and all the kin it contains, and with the divine life expressing through everything. Everything that is, that was, and will be. I have found a few books that I go to over and over. I found a poem in my Earth Prayers book that I'd like to share. It has no title, but it is by John Seuss. To be of the earth is to know the restlessness of being a seed, the darkness of being planted, the struggle toward the light, the pain of growth into the light, the joy of bursting and bearing fruit, the love of being food for someone, the scattering of your seeds, the decay of the seasons, the mystery of death, and the miracle of birth. This prayer lays out all the dualities, the light and dark, the joy and pain, the birth and death. Yet each is its own gift. The restlessness, struggle, the questioning, the mystery are all gifts. The receiving is as sacred as the sacrifice and the giving. The decay is as worthy as the growth and the bearing of fruit. We are spiritual beings having an earthly experience, and all of it is part of the wholeness of this experience. We have to begin to transform the way we use our mind's tendency towards duality. Imagine for a moment that you're out in space looking back at the earth. As the earth turns, one part is always illuminated by the sun, and the other part lies in darkness. The earth is whole. The dark part is not separate from the light part. And as the earth turns, each part experiences light and dark in endless cycle. In the same way, we can contemplate the wholeness of our experience on earth. We can come to celebrate the lines on the faces of those who have lived many years with the same appreciation we have for the smooth skin of the young. We give thanks for the armadillo and the skunk who rarely sit beside us, as well as the pets that nestle close to us. We see the snow and cold as part of the turning that gives us sun and warmth. As we begin to value everything, we become a steward of it all. When we reject nothing, we heal everything. I want to say that again. When we reject nothing, we heal everything. And as we heal, we return to the wholeness that we were created to be. Native Americans have a tradition of seeing symbolism in the four directions that we call east, north, west, and south. There's also above and below and within. This holistic look takes us out of the duality, and we become a whole globe of energy all around. I'd like to take us on a journey to explore our directions, to bless our earth and feel a healing that we are a part of. Some directional blessings use the elements. Today we're going to use the seasons. If you'd like to identify where east is and where you are sitting right this moment, we will begin there. Facing east, we take a breath. We feel the energy of spring and the vibrancy of the color red. This is a season of healing and renewed life through love. Connecting with the east, we bless the resilient life in Mother Earth. We celebrate her ability to bring forth blooms and babies, and we are grateful. We pray that we are able to nurture Mother Earth with the same love that she nurtures us with. The divine love that flows through us all. As we sit in this pandemic, may we never, as we are reminded in this time of quiet, may tiny sister hummingbird carry the joy of renewing life and our love quickly and easily all about. We take 1/4 turn to the left and we are facing north. We feel the lingering cold of winter and the calming color of blue. North speaks to us of hardships and sadness, but also of waiting and survival. Now in this season of loss, we feel the sadness of injury we have caused Mother Earth. We forgive ourselves for our ignorant ways, and we commit ourselves to the discipline of stewardship for our kin, for our waters and trees, for our future generations. Brother Bear rests in hibernation and reminds us to be patient, trusting the healing process to unfold in Mother Earth, even if we don't see it right away. One more 1/4 turn to the left, and we face west. The color is black as autumn ends the season of growth and anticipates the decay and transformation of fallen leaves and rotting vines. Mother Earth uses everything in our experience for good. The old becomes new again. We pray that we never cause such injury that transformation becomes out of reach. We are gentle with ourselves when we try to resist the very processes Mother Earth needs for renewal. When the floods come and the fires rage, we release our belief in control and allow the transformation to unfold. We cooperate with the rhythms of Mother Earth, and our non-resistance becomes a healing balm. Brother Snake sheds his skin without clinging to the discarded and reminds us the earth and our lives are ever evolving. One final 1/4 turn and we face the south. The warmth of summer and the color white. With the energy of growth and passion and fertility, we become zealous. We pray that pride will not be our downfall and cause us to be the source of destructive growth, mistaking what is good for us as personal power. We pray that we find the courage and strength to nurture what is the highest and best for Mother Earth and all our kin. May we take pride in creating a planet of peace and harmony. May Sister Wolf remind us we are a part of a greater whole. We stand still and look up at the sky and stars and the color yellow. May we always lift our vision up. May we know the precious nature of Mother Earth exists in a galaxy of possibilities. Our spirit reaches far beyond the embrace of gravity. But out of all the stars, Earth is our home. We pray our vision inspires us in new ways to tend the earth. We stand still and feel the foundation of earth beneath our feet and the color brown. Like the trees and stalks of corn, we are rooted in the earth. We are able to stretch and grow because we are fed by the earth. We are able to soar in spirit because we are grounded in the earth. We pray, we walk with gentle feet on Mother Earth, never taking more than we need, and giving back to assure future generations will still find firm foundation. We stand still and feel the breath of spirit in us and the color green. This breath is the same breath that breathes the hummingbird and bear and snake and wolf. It is the same breath that moves over the earth and whispers in the stars. It is the same breath that breathes the trees and swirls the waters and wears down the mountains. We pray the breath of spirit continues to flow through all that is, with freedom, with purity, and with a sense of the sacred. And now for the blessings that you have contributed. From Marietta, please honor and protect our sacred mother. From Mark, I bless the earth which is greater than my little hands can create, and apologize for the parts that my little hands have destroyed. From Renee, blessings of gratitude to the earth as an expression of God with all the seasons and the songs of life. And from Beverly S, oh beautiful earth, may you be blessed by our love today and every day. And so we take all this beauty and love into a time of meditation. If we can do this. Hang on. So that had audio, that worked. Yay. One thing about this way of doing things, there are a lot of clicks. So it's a little more labor intensive. Hopefully it works, and we'll keep experimenting as we are learning our way in this adventure of church online. Now is when we usually bless our offering. And so we continue to be deeply, deeply appreciative of all the gifts that continue to come in. And whether you give by donating on our website or sending in chats, we appreciate the ability to continue to pay our bills and continue to pay staff. And so if you want to take your offering in your hands now, we'll bless it with our energy as we affirm together, divine spirit through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I wanted to add maybe our core value back in. So believe it or not, this is our 7th Sunday online, and we have 5 more Sundays before I'm going to retire. So I thought beginning today and for the next 5 Sundays, we will celebrate one of our core values. We've kind of left that out as we've been doing this. So I'm going to invite us, as we're talking about our global community and our earth, I thought maybe we would celebrate community today. And this is what we say community as a core value means: experiencing ourselves as connected. We honor each part of the greater whole in thought, word, and deed. So we are parts and we are a greater whole in spiritual community and in the planet. Following today's service, there will be a healing service on Zoom at 11:30. So that gives you a little time to flip over to Zoom. If you do not have the link, you can go ahead and email me, revjoy@rcn.com, or try to leave a message. And if I have your email, I can go ahead and send you a link. If I do not already have your email, I can't send a link. So the healing service today will be facilitated again by Maggie Schlam, our chaplain. Our discussion group on Zoom is Mondays at 7 p.m. We're using the Brene Brown podcast, Unlocking Us. And this Monday, we will be talking about grief and finding meaning. So if you haven't been a part of that, that's okay. Just email me again, revjoy@rcn.com, and I will send you a link to our Monday evening Zoom. Vespers this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Will be focused on love one another. Where does Jesus say that? And how many times does Jesus say love one another? On Wednesday at 6 p.m., we'll have our last children's chat. And I'm going to be using a book that I love that is no longer in print, which makes me very sad, but it's called The Churkendoos. So I hope that any of our youthful congregants and young at heart will join me as I read The Churkendoos, and we talk a little bit about that. On Unity's page, Facebook page, there is a daily Silent Unity prayer service. And on Wednesday this week, I will be leading that prayer service at noon. So check it out if you are so guided. Next Sunday, I'm going to talk about, is unity changing? And this is a question that's kind of left over from the Q&As that I got in January. So this seemed like a big topic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some ideas in Unity's statement of faith from 1931. 1931 was the year that Myrtle passed away, made her transition, and Charles lived until 1948. But it seems like the statement of faith pamphlet from 1931 kind of solidifies where they were at that point. So where are we now, and where are we going? We'll talk about that next Sunday. One thing that I would be curious about, we have 5 more Sundays to go. And if you put in your comments today, maybe what has been the most meaningful, the most helpful, and the most important thing about the last 7 weeks that we've been doing church online? What are we doing that's feeding you? And so I invite you to leave those comments on our Facebook page today. So at this point, I'm going to close our service with our typical closing, our prayer for protection, and our unity affirmation. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And may peace prevail in the hearts and minds of all beings. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll see you next Sunday. I'll see you when I see you.